Yo, someone explain why the entire internet is losing it right now, because out of every insane 2026 plot twist imaginable, Stefon Diggs publicly apologizing to Cardi B was never on the board. I mean, seriously, are we trapped in the Twilight Zone? Did Mercury go rogue and start doing somersaults? Because the same man juggling baby mamas like trading cards is suddenly standing in front of the world saying, "My bad." And before you roll your eyes thinking, classic PR stunt, hold up. The way this apology supposedly went down, the timing, the tone, the energy, is screaming plot twist, season finale level chaos, and the internet will never recover vibes. Ask yourself this: why would a man who spent weeks dropping cryptic quotes suddenly crack? Why would the king of unbothered energy start caring? Why is the guy who fumbled a woman countries tried to copy publicly admitting he was wrong? Because whatever you think happened, that's only half the story. Buckle up, because this scandal just reopened the conversation. It's insane how a story that started as a simple celebrity breakup has exploded into something far bigger, far messier, and far deeper than anyone imagined. Because if you actually trace how this mess started, every beat, every tiny moment, every ignored red flag, every whisper weeks before the firestorm, you realize this was never just a breakup. This wasn't just a football player fumbling a superstar. No, this was a slow-motion collapse, a ticking time bomb. A man who thought he was untouchable suddenly getting smacked with every consequence he assumed he could dodge. And now, after the chaos, we're supposedly at the moment where Stefon Diggs is apologizing publicly for how he treated Cardi B. But to understand why that apology even matters, you have to walk through the path that got him here, step by step, crack by crack, because it didn't start with the Super Bowl. That was just the explosion. The leaks began weeks earlier, before anyone noticed. Whispers hinted that something was off. People saw Cardi B's posts grow quieter, less supportive, less present. And that was odd because all season long she had been loud, proud, fully in his corner, hyping him up like he was carrying the whole league. She didn't miss a single game, not a moment skipped. She was there every Sunday, full glam, screaming like the head coach herself. But then January hit, and suddenly posts dwindled, appearances dropped, reactions softened. When she spoke on him, the tone was different, shorter, softer, like cracks had already started forming. Then came February 8th, Super Bowl Sunday, the night everything shifted in front of millions who didn't even realize they were watching a breakup unfold live. Stefon Diggs stepped into that stadium weighed down by expectations heavier than his shoulder pads. Patriots fans stared like he was meant to single-handedly save the franchise. The media hyped him as the game changer, and everyone assumed Cardi B would be cheering like she always did. But from the moment she arrived, something felt off. A reporter caught her pre-kickoff, expecting her usual over-the-top hype. Instead, she delivered the coldest good luck ever recorded. No smile, no wink, no joke, just two words landing like a breakup disguised as small talk. The clip hit the internet instantly. The shift was palpable. People clipped it within seconds, asking why she sounded like she was wishing a stranger luck at a gas station. Comments exploded. Something was off, and everyone sensed it, even without the details. Meanwhile, Stefon Diggs played like a man whose life was unraveling backstage. No touchdowns, no spark, no presence, completely checked out mentally. But the real chaos wasn't on the field. It was off it. Kiki, mother of his son, showed up in his jersey, posting like she was the only woman in his life. That alone was messy. Then factor in the timing. Her baby born in September, Cardi B's baby with Stefon Diggs in November, 2 months apart. And Pryon, another woman linked to him, allegedly attending the Super Bowl with what looked like team credentials. Now the internet had to process 3 women connected to Stefon Diggs in the same stadium, same night, while he tanked the biggest game of his career. Then the rumors started swirling after the loss. Instead of facing the heartbreak, talking to the woman he claimed a future with, or even consoling himself with his newborn son, Stefon Diggs allegedly snuck another woman into his hotel room. Truth or not, it didn't matter, because in scandals, perception becomes reality long before facts show up. Cardi B left the stadium at halftime. Not after the trophy ceremony. Not to check on him. She didn't wait. She didn't look back. Reportedly, she had spent $1.2 million on an after-party that never happened. She walked away like she was done paying emotionally, too. By the next morning, they had unfollowed each other. Entertainment Tonight confirmed the breakup. Cardi B dropped a simple "done." That was it. And honestly, that silence spoke louder than any rant she could have posted. When Cardi B is loud, She's still in it. When she goes silent, it's over. And that's where the divide becomes clear. While Cardi B moved forward, Stefon Diggs' world started collapsing. His career was questioned, his public image trashed. Offset was clowning him, 50 Cent trolling him, memes trending of him fumbling the bag. Relationship, game, reputation, destroyed in one night. Unlike Cardi B, who thrived, laughed, glowed, and preached self-love, Stefon went quiet. So quiet, people wondered if he was even okay. Sources close to him said this was the moment reality finally hit. No more cryptic quotes. No more tough guy posts. Just sitting in silence, bearing the weight of every consequence he'd created. The overlapping relationships, the lies, the chaos, the way Stefon Diggs told Cardi B he was different, and then proved in every possible way that he wasn't. And the kicker? The newborn, his son, those tiny eyes staring up at him like he was supposed to be someone worthy of admiration. But the moment that supposedly hit him hardest was watching Cardi B on tour, performing in front of thousands, preaching about protecting your happiness, knowing deep down she meant him, not another celebrity, not another ex, not some random moment. She was talking about the exact pain he caused. And the fact she didn't break, the fact she was thriving without him, that shattered him. Stefon had convinced himself she'd eventually call, forgive him, come back. Week after week, nothing. Silence. For a man always chased, always forgiven, always given one more chance, that silence was the first door that stayed shut. Sources say that's when something inside shifted. Reflection hit, not soft reflection, but the kind that knocks your ego right off its throne. That led to the whispers, the rumors, the alleged apology, the moment the internet can't stop buzzing about. Real or not, public or subtle, scripted or raw, the fact that people close to him say it happened means something. The man who thought he was untouchable might finally be facing the one person he couldn't outrun. And this apology? According to insiders, it doesn't beg for her back. It doesn't try to fix the relationship. It doesn't promise a reunion. It simply admits what Stefon Diggs did, acknowledges that Cardi B didn't deserve it, acknowledges he was wrong. And honestly, that's where this story dives deeper than anyone expected. This video picks up right at the moment the air felt heaviest, when whispers about that alleged apology hit the internet and everything shifted. The energy flipped. The timeline spiraled into full meltdown mode, and suddenly everyone wanted the same answer. What did Stefon Diggs actually say? And more importantly, why now? Why after all this time? Why, after the world dragged him like he personally ran over someone's grandma with a Patriots-branded golf cart? Sources claim this wasn't some publicist-written, neatly packaged apology filled with generic lines like, "I'm learning and growing, I make mistakes, I'm human." No. The whispers said it was raw, messy, vulnerable. The kind of apology you write at 3 a.m., staring at your life like a house burned down, holding the matches you used. And the most shocking part? It wasn't made for the public. It wasn't even made for his fans. According to insiders, this apology was for Cardi B, period. Whether she responds or hears it directly, through the internet, or via people close to her, it wasn't for press. It wasn't for damage control. It was for her. This was allegedly Stefon Diggs finally admitting something he hadn't admitted to anyone, not even himself, for months, that he completely messed up. And not just a casual, "Oops, I made a mistake." No, he systematically destroyed the one relationship he claimed he wanted to protect, all because he couldn't escape the chaos that followed him like a shadow. But let's rewind a second. Before this alleged apology hit the public eye, something happened behind the scenes that very few know about. According to sources, this was the exact moment that triggered everything. They say Stefon watched a specific Cardi B tour clip. She wasn't rapping, wasn't dancing, wasn't joking. She was speaking to the crowd about happiness, protecting your peace, walking away from anything that drains you. And you could see it in her face. She meant it. She had lived it. She had survived it. In that moment, she wasn't a rapper on stage. She was a woman who had walked through emotional fire and emerged glowing. People close to Stefon Diggs say the clip hit him like a truck, not because she was emotional, but because she was free. Free in a way she wasn't with him. Free in a way that showed she had healed beyond the point of return. The realization that she didn't need him, didn't miss him, didn't look back. That's when something inside him truly cracked. That's when he stopped arguing with the narrative, stopped trying to prove the internet wrong, stopped posting dry, emotionless Instagram photos pretending everything was fine. Instead, he finally started reflecting on what he actually did to get here. And that's when this story escalates from celebrity drama into full-blown investigative chaos. Because this apology wasn't just about cheating. Oh, no. It wasn't just about cheating. It was about the nights Cardi B spent in confusion, the lies she tried to untangle, the overlapping timelines, the baby mama chaos, the silent red flag she ignored, the way Stefon Diggs convinced her he was different only to humiliate her publicly before millions. Sources claim he admitted all of it, every detail, even the ugly parts he never wanted online. But it gets stranger. Before the apology rumors broke, several anonymous insiders leaked info to blogs, and every story matched. They all said the same thing. Stefon Diggs had been in a dark place. A real dark place, not the fake I'm taking time for myself kind celebrities flaunt for likes. The real kind. The kind where you shut down emotionally, stop answering calls, where even your closest friends barely recognize you. The kind where you finally face everything you've lost. One insider claimed he wasn't eating, wasn't training, wasn't himself. Another said it was the first time he saw himself as everyone else did, reckless, out of control. And when a man whose ego has been inflated for years finally sees the truth, that's when apologies happen. Now, the public reaction? Instant chaos. TikTok detectives went wild. YouTube commentators stitched clips. Twitter turned into a courtroom. Half the internet screamed, "Too late." The other half said, "At least he said something." People debated whether he deserved credit for accountability or if this was all PR to save his image, and that debate went viral immediately. But here's the kicker: if this was PR, it was the worst PR move ever. No publicist recommends apologizing this late, this quietly, this emotionally. They prefer clean, polished, airtight statements. They don't like messy admissions of guilt. They don't like raw honesty. They don't like words you actually mean. So if the apology is real, which everything suggests, it means one thing: he did it for himself. Not for us, not for the fans, not for cameras. For him. And maybe, just maybe, for the tiny part of him that still respected Cardi B as a human being, he hurt. Meanwhile, Cardi B kept thriving publicly. Tour dates sold out. Fans screamed her name. Her performances got more emotional, more powerful, more heartfelt. She was glowing. Every time she stepped on stage, the world saw the truth. She moved on completely, without looking back. And that's what made the apology sting hardest. He wasn't apologizing hoping she'd return. He was apologizing knowing she wouldn't. But here's the part most people haven't heard. Insiders say Stefon Diggs reached a breaking point before the apology. Someone close to Cardi B reportedly told him, "She doesn't think about you anymore." And that hit harder than memes, jokes, trolling, or career fallout. The realization that Cardi B didn't miss him, not even a little, was when he finally understood. This wasn't temporary. He wasn't waiting for a call that wasn't coming. He wasn't fixing a relationship that was already dead. It was over. That's when Stefon Diggs drafted his first real apology. And from there, the story spiraled into chaos. Now the internet is buzzing. Will Cardi B respond? But if history teaches us anything about Cardi B, her silence is the response. And that silence hits harder than any angry rant ever could. This video picks up exactly where tension peaked, right after the alleged apology, when whispers ignited a full-blown internet firestorm. Once the rumors went public, everything simmering below the surface exploded. Blogs went feral. Fan pages dissected every word Stefon Diggs posted. Comment sections became digital battlegrounds. What started as an apology rumor turned into a national conversation about accountability, ego, fame, and the price of embarrassing a woman who stands on business. And the wildest part? This apology wasn't the final chapter. It was the spark that ignited the biggest wave of consequences Stefon has faced yet. As soon as the rumor hit timelines, the NFL world reacted. Initially quiet, whispers turned into speculation. Insiders leaked fragments, enough to send everyone into prediction mode. League executives monitored closely. Not for his love life. Billionaire owners don't care about who athletes date, but for optics, marketability, and distractions. Stefon Diggs wasn't just dealing with personal drama. He had legal issues, public humiliation, and a reputation for chaos. Now he had a cheating scandal linked to one of the biggest celebrities on the planet. Executives questioned if he was worth the headache. Sponsors froze campaigns. Negotiations that were moving smoothly went silent. Analysts asked the same question: is Stefon Diggs becoming unmarketable? According to insiders, one team exec even said this situation was bigger than the Super Bowl loss. It's about accountability.
Fans don't trust him right now.
Harsh words instantly turned into memes, dissected and weaponized. Meanwhile, fans were divided. Some called him emotionally manipulative, irresponsible, reckless, pattern-driven. Others argued the apology, unconfirmed though it was, showed growth, maturity, humanity, making him oddly relatable. Controversy doesn't wait for public opinion to settle, it spirals. And that's exactly what happened next. After the apology rumors, reporters dug deeper into Stefon Diggs' private life. Old interviews resurfaced, past relationships were dragged back online, old drama lit up again. The narrative shifted from Stefon Diggs apologizes to has Stefon Diggs always been the problem?
Think pieces popped up everywhere. TikTok therapists analyzed his patterns. YouTube commentators broke down his every move like he was a case study. Behavior like he was a science experiment. Tweets labeled him the poster child for self-sabotage. Even late-night comedians started throwing shade, and the pressure kept mounting. Meanwhile, Cardi B, untouchable, unbothered, unmoved, didn't utter a word. And that's exactly what terrified Stefon Diggs' camp, because a response, even a negative one, gives direction. Silence?
That's pure unpredictability. And in celebrity land, unpredictability is dangerous. Insiders say Stefon secretly hoped she'd at least acknowledge the apology, privately or publicly, just to gauge co-parenting vibes.
But she stayed silent.
Silent on Instagram, silent on Twitter, silent on tour, silent everywhere. That silence? Louder than any diss track. And the fallout wasn't just emotional, it was financial. Once the apology rumors spread, brands distanced themselves. Companies hate scandal, they run from it like it's contagious. Stefon Diggs' name suddenly became too toxic to touch, insiders claim. Deals froze. Negotiations stalled. One deal reportedly worth 7 figures. Another tied to a sports apparel brand. Gone. Or at least paused. Drama wins. And that's not even the end. Remember the $1.2 million Cardi spent on a Super Bowl after-party? Never happened. Social media dragged him for it again, reminding everyone how he wasted her money. Cardi never publicly complained. But the internet? It never forgets. The real storm hit when the apology itself began leaking, not the full text, just fragments, phrases, words like, "I disrespected you. I made choices that hurt our family. You didn't deserve the chaos I brought into your life." The internet practically exploded. Screenshots circulated, authenticity unknown, debates erupted. People analyzed grammar, punctuation, tone. Could Stefon Diggs even use words like accountability or disrespected? Comparisons were made to old captions, codes, patterns, clues, beautiful, messy chaos. But it gets crazier. While the internet was glued to the apology drama, behind the scenes something unexpected happened. According to multiple insiders, the apology triggered internal discussions within Stefon Diggs' camp about whether he needed a full-blown public redemption arc. You know what that means: interviews, press runs, sit-downs, maybe even a documentary-style confessional. His PR team reportedly debated whether he should hit a major platform like Pivot, I Am Athlete, or even a primetime network special to clear the air.
Why?
Because apologies alone don't fix reputations.
Stories do.
Narratives do. Controlled, polished, carefully delivered narratives. And Stefon desperately needed one. But while his team cooked up strategy, the internet did what it does best: digging. Digging into his past. Digging through Cardi B's timeline. Every moment together, every picture, every caption, every tiny detail reinterpreted under the scandal microscope. Here's the twist: the more people explored Cardi's old videos and interviews, the clearer it became. She'd been dropping hints for months. Hints about trust, betrayal, dishonesty. No names mentioned. But the energy? Impossible to miss. Now that the scandal was public, fans connected the dots instantly. Meanwhile, Stefon's apology, real or not, began symbolizing not healing or growth, but the apologize after you've lost it all trope.
Meme accounts went wild. Men don't say sorry until the rent is due.
Apologies after a humiliation tour, only after she glows up.
And you know what?
Even as people roasted him, they were still talking. Millions of views, millions of comments, millions of stitches. In this era, relevance, good or bad, keeps you alive, even if it burns.
And the legal side?
Oh, it got messy. This scandal wasn't just gossip, it raised eyebrows in legal circles. Stefon already had open cases, public apologies, accountability narratives. All of it could affect judges, lawyers, settlements. Analysts suggested the apology could either help, showing remorse, or hurt, admitting reckless patterns.
Meanwhile, Cardi stayed silent.
And make no mistake, this was not passive silence.
No, this was deliberate silence. Controlled silence. Strategic silence.
The kind of silence only powerful women like Cardi B master. And that silence? It fueled the fire even more. Because here's the truth, Stefon Diggs' apology didn't heal. It didn't fix.
It didn't undo.
What it did was force the world to face the reality of their relationship. The highs, the lows, the chaos, and the exact moment it all collapsed.
But the story doesn't stop at the apology. No, it ends with a question.
One the internet is still screaming, what happens now? If this apology is real, we're witnessing one of two paths. Either Stefon embarks on a genuine redemption arc, or he sinks deeper into the chaos that's already consumed his career. So after exposing everything, dragging the drama into the light, and revealing what the internet claims it already knew, what's next in the wild saga of Cardi B and Stefon Diggs? Is this public apology really the final chapter?
Or just the calm before the next storm?
Let's be real, celebrity scandals never die. They just rebrand, roar back louder, and somewhere in Hollywood, the next messy detail is already leaking.
Here's the deal. Whose side are you on?
Was this apology genuine, or just another PR fire extinguisher before the next explosion? Drop your thoughts below. Your comments might just predict the next headline. And while you're here, hit that like button, smash subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next deep dive, leak, or scandal lurking behind a ring light.
Trust me, this story isn't finished. It's just getting started.